everyone, and welcome to this very special Easter episode of Quarantine. Today we have some special guests for you, and we're going to show you some of our favorite Easter traditions and how we're improvising them to work during the quarantines. So first, we're going to dye some eggs. We're going to try to decorate Easter eggs. Unfortunately, we don't have like the dyes and things that people usually use for decorating Easter eggs. So we have this stuff. We have some markers, and we have this tissue paper, and we have some glue and some stickers. So, and eggs. Yes, and we're gonna try. Oh my.
It's my bunny egg. I have to hold him all the time though, because his ears are going to fall off. Where's your bunny egg?
My bunny egg looks like this.
Oh, I like your bunny egg.
It's kind of smudged. I got a fingerprint on it.
Yeah. So we did bunny eggs. We did tissue paper eggs.
I think my tissue paper egg was the least successful of all of my eggs.
Yeah, the tissue paper isn't a great option, really. You did a sticker egg.
I did. Kind of like the stripes, you know, that you do on eggs.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
I did a sticker one too, except mine is Christmas themed.
Well,
Well, it's green and red.
It's not Christmas yet.
No, I know.
And we did
And then
marker
marker
eggs. I
eggs.
think this is my favorite egg that
Actually, if you have to improvise at home, I would suggest the marker eggs.
Marker eggs are pretty good.
Yeah, it works.
Oh
the
no!
best.
Look, mine got fingerprints all over.
Yeah,
them.
I mean that's
This
the
side looks good though.
That's the downside. There you go, though. Decorated eggs.
For our very first special guests, we have a segment filmed by Brody featuring music with our good friends Melanie on the piano and Abby on the flute. And they're going to play for us a medley of Easter songs. like to do is packing an Easter basket for someone. And we don't often really do Easter baskets, but we thought in case you were going to do an Easter basket, we would pack an example for you. So this is an Aldi bag because we didn't have any baskets, but we...
And you might not either, right?
Right.
And you might not have the necessary items that would normally go into an Easter basket. So we just wanted to spark some creativity for you.
So let's look at what is in our Easter basket.
Okay, well,
Mom.
the first item that we're going to show you is a bag of candy.
Very traditional. That's a great Easter
Very
basket.
traditional kind of thing to put in an Easter basket is candy. Now, people might typically unwrap the candy or do more, smaller amounts of candy, but we just threw the whole bag in.
We just threw the whole bag in there.
Yeah.
It's a hard time. People need more chocolate.
Yes.
So.
And frankly, listen, if you don't have chocolate in your house that you could potentially put into your bag, like, there's no one who can help you now. Like, if you don't have a store of chocolate somewhere, you're goners.
You might not make it.
You might not
this
make
crisis.
it.
Okay.
So,
What
okay.
else is in our bag?
The second thing that we'd like to show you, specifically for quarantine times, is this.
Disinfectant. Because it's important to remind your friends and family that if they haven't already been, they really need to be disinfecting frequently touched surfaces. So that's also in our Easter
Absolutely.
basket.
Including the dog.
Including the dog. Occasionally the dog does need to be disinfected.
Correct.
What else do we have in our Easter basket?
Okay, so in our earlier segment, you saw us make the Easter eggs. And so now what we've done is we have taped money to the eggs, you can see, because if you are a regular watcher of Quarantine, you would have seen the interview with Dad on Quarantine
Thursday.
Queries.
Yeah.
In which he talked about this when he was growing up, and his dad and his mom would tape money to the eggs
So that's what we've done.
because they actually did that.
And our next item in the quarantine gift basket is toilet paper. Because you can never have too much of toilet paper in the quarantines.
Actually, I think you can. I think it is actually
You're right.
possible.
Actually, some people hoard it. Please don't hoard toilet paper.
Please don't do that.
That's rude. What else do we have in our basket?
Well, oftentimes Easter baskets come with a toy of some kind. Now,
Yeah.
our children are a little older. We don't really have toys so much, but we do have Minion Shakers.
Yikes.
Emily has a headache today, so I won't shake them again, but on a normal day, I would totally go crazy with the Minion Shakers.
Okay. Put those down.
Okay.
Our last item in the quarantine gift basket.
This is the most exciting. It really is. Like, all of you are going to be so excited when I pull this out of the bag because of the implications. There are so many implications. Look!
It's flour!
It's flour!
Which means we can have another quarantine baking episode.
But look, here's all the items that you could potentially put in your own quarantine times Easter basket or Aldi bag, whatever works for you.
Our next segment, with more special guests, is a reading of the Easter story by my cousins, the Schlickerbeers.
Matthew 28. After the Sabbath, at dawn on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. There was a violent earthquake, for an angel of the Lord came down from heaven and, going to the tomb, rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. The guards were so afraid of him that they shook and became like dead men. The angel said to the woman, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here, he is risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead, and is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you." So the women hurried away from the tomb, afraid, and yet filled with joy, and ran to tell his disciples. Suddenly Jesus met them. "Greetings," he said. They came to him, clasped his feet, and worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me."
While the women were on their way, some of the guards went into the city and reported to the chief priests everything that had happened. When the chief priest had met with the elders and devised a plan, they gave the soldiers a large sum of money, telling them, "You are to say, 'His disciples came during the night and stole him away while we were asleep.' If this report gets to the governor, we will satisfy him and keep you out of trouble." So the soldiers took the money and did as they were instructed. And the story had been widely circulated among the Jews to this very day.
Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. Then Jesus came to them and said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age."
Hi, this is my picture about the Easter story. And you can see that the tomb is empty and the rock has rolled away. This is my picture for the Easter story.
For our last Easter tradition, what you would often do at church is, someone might say, "He is risen."
He is risen indeed.
Yes, and that would be the appropriate response. So since we can't say it in church, we're going to write it on the windows for the neighbors to see and make some art to go with it.
Do you think that this is big enough to see
Yeah, I
from
think
the
so.
street?
I think so.
What kind of punctuation do I need after he is risen? Exclamation point?
I don't know.
And then multiple
Well, how
exclamation
do you
points?
say it to your friend?
He is risen.
I guess it's an exclamation
It's an
point.
exclamation point.
That's nice. Okay. Sunrise. I made it.
I love it.
Okay.
It has
If it would
to
usually
be,
go this way, then it has to go that way.
It has to
there
go
you go.
this way.
It's just a beep.
It's going to look
There
like
you go.
in Beeb.
In Beeb. He is risen in Beeb. And what a fitting way to end our Easter special today. He is risen indeed. We hope you enjoyed our Easter traditions and our special guests. Thank you very much to our special guests for reading the Easter story and for the beautiful music we got to hear today. We hope you enjoyed our Easter special. So happy Easter, and we'll see you on Monday. I lost my train of thought. Thank you. Don't giggle at me. Okay.